Your clients like you. They think you are a great guy. And that is exactly why they are not paying you what you are actually worth. Let's talk about this. In high ticket sales, likability is cheap, respect is expensive, and if you are answering emails at 10 p.m. or apologizing for delays that you are not responsible for, or just adjusting the price just a little bit to close that deal, you're not being helpful. You are signaling that you have no other options. Today, I'm going to show you why being nice is silently costing you millions and how to flip it. The switch without becoming arrogant. You can say you won't be rude or fake. Most founders, freelancers, consultants, even agency owners, they all make the same mistake. They believe sales is about being liked. So they become that friend of the client, always available, always flexible, and always accommodating. But here's the uncomfortable truth that actually people don't hire friends to solve expensive problems. They hire experts, and that totally makes sense. When someone is sick, you know, they want the doctor who says, this is the diagnosis, this is the treatment, and this is what happens if you don't follow the treatment. And that's the actual authority. You are speaking with authority, and authority is what triggers buying behavior. That totally makes sense, and you know it very well. Is the paradox. The more you try to serve, the less people value you. And the more valuable you are, the less important you appear. And the more you try to be liked, the less you are respected. Here's the neuroscience behind it. Your brain is constantly ranking people by status without you realizing it. Availability signals abundance or scarcity. And if you are instantly replying, over explaining, or closing approvals like for chase, the subconscious messages, I need this deal more than you do. And this is the actual subconscious mind of your client. And humans don't pay the top dollar to people who need them. And that's how the economy works, that the how they pay the top dollar. Let me tell you a story I learned the hard way. There was a phase where I thought being polite, responsive, and flexible was actual professionalism. I'd say things like, no worries at all, happy to adjust, or let me say, let me know what works for you. And guess what? Very expecting. Clients negotiated harder, they delayed payments, they are ghosting me, and questioned every invoice. Then I changed one thing. I stopped asking and started prescribing to my clients, not arrogantly, not aggressively. And guess what? Just calmly talking to them based on what you told me. This is the best option, like saying these things to clients. This is how we usually work. This is the investment. So guess what? What you did is the same service, different posture, different position of yourself, different value perspective in client's mind. My prices went up and the resistance of the clients actually went down. That's the subconscious trigger of the mind. Is the actual solution. I want you to bring some shift to your business and your personality and your perspective for the client. Shift number one, stop asking for permission. You do not have to sound, does that sound okay? You have to say something like, this is what works best. Second shift will be the controlled availability. High status people don't disappear. They are just structured. They just value their time. Office hours, responsive windows, and you set clear boundaries for the clients. You're not available for any minute of the day. Structure creates safety, and safety creates the trust in the subconscious. And that's what gets you the top dollar. Then the third shift will be doctors diagnose before you sell. Doctors don't pitch treatments before diagnosis. Ask better questions in the sales meetings. Slow the conversation. Like you don't rush into the chat or always having the first impression of chat. Let them reveal the pain. The one who controls the question is the person who controls the frame. So you have to be that person, not your client. The fourth shift I want you to be is price without justifying. The moment you justify your price, you weaken it. You state it, you pause, let silence work. You don't have to justify your price. You let the client think that this guy is actually worth it, and they'll subconsciously think of you that they will pay us the value. you know Silence is confidence that made audible. So here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, stop trying to be liked. Be clear, be calm, be firm on your statement. You don't need to be louder. You just need to be a higher status. If the video hits a nerve, that's a good sign. Subscribe to Money Money Matters, because the goal is not motivation, it's freedom, it's respect, and get the leverage in the market so the clients pay you the top dollar. See you in the next one.